This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, listen, big time news. Rhonda. She signs with the WWE, and her debut is held off until the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia. What did you think, Kurt? She's coming in. Did you know at this point yet at Royal Rumble that the plan was going to be a mixed tag?
No, I didn't. They didn't tell me anything. They kept it tight-lipped. I didn't find out till probably a month before WrestleMania. And that was because I had to find out. We had to get Rhonda Rousey ready. I mean, she wasn't ready to do any wrestling at this point in time. We had a lot to teach her, and we had a lot on our plate.
Well, Kurt, some things never changed. It was, let's not tell Kurt anything about his WrestleMania plans until the last minute.
Yeah.
So that never changed.
They never told me anything. You know what? I wouldn't listen anyway. I have such bad ADD. They probably told me, and I don't even remember.
Right. What? Huh? Well, you're all over TV being the general manager. You're involved in the Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax program, Jason Jordan program with Rollins and the Bar. You got Braun Strowman. Do you think that was hurting you in the build at all, or did you enjoy being able to be a little diverse and work with all these other, characters?
I didn't mind. I didn't mind playing the GM role, and I know it's a huge job. You're mostly involved in almost every segment. And then I had my own program going on with Triple H, Stephanie, and Rhonda Rousey. So I was pretty damn busy, but better busy than not be busy.
Yeah. Usually in the wrestling business, busy equals paychecks. So that's not a bad thing.
It does. It means money. Paychecks.
That's right.
You're absolutely right.
Well, we're at Elimination Chamber. Ronda Rousey's contract signing takes place. The story is that Hunter and Stephanie wanted to get Rousey into the WWE to help avenge when Rousey embarrassed them at WrestleMania 31 with The Rock, which is such a cool, badass WrestleMania moment. And you reveal that to Rhonda, but she still signs anyway. And, well, things are going to get messy between Rhonda, Stephanie, and Hunter. And, Kurt, we got the clip. Let's take a look.
Let's see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the WWE, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
So there's not a whole lot of talking on this one, but we just saw her put Triple H through the table, slap from Stephanie onto Rhonda.
It's a stiff slap.
Look at that face from Stephanie. Look at that face, Kurt.
She's so good.
She is so good. And Rhonda did well here, though. What do you think of her?
She stepped up. She didn't have to say a lot here, but she did everything she was supposed to do, and she was actually better than we expected.
She signs the contract. Triple H is through the table. The clip is over. And we are ready to go. It is hot. And here's what Dave Meltzer had to say. He said, next came the Ronda Rousey segment. Kurt Angle, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H were all out. Triple H said that this was the best athlete the company has signed since Kurt Angle. Triple H put her over like crazy, saying that she paved the way for young women, athletes all over the globe. He called her the baddest woman on the planet. Rousey comes out all smiles. She didn't get that big an initial reaction, but there were no boos, according to Meltzer. Michael Cole then put it over like the fans were giving her a standing O. She put over Angle and is winning an Olympic championship. She was almost in tears because the crowd got behind her. He said she would compete at WrestleMania, but did not give the match, didn't give it away what it would be. She wanted to earn it. She was about to sign when she saw Angle and Triple H arguing in the background. She asked Angle if he wanted to say something. Angle said that he was in awe of Triple H and Stephanie, saying that they were brilliant. He said that they had been talking about Rousey as long as he's been back with the company. He said they couldn't wait to sign her because they wanted to manipulate and control her for what they did to her at WrestleMania 31. He said that Triple H had told him that this was 3 years in the making and now we own the bitch. Triple H told Angle to shut up. Rousey's smile turned into the death stare. Triple H said that Angle isn't feeling well, that he was hospitalized earlier in the week with the flu and is having a relapse, and he needs to take Angle to the doctors. This is hysterical. I'm reading a soap opera. Stephanie then told Rousey that it was true, that she did embarrass them at WrestleMania 31, but she also impressed them. Stephanie said Rousey was one of the greatest fighters in the world, and they've been wanting her ever since. Angle was being dragged to the back by Triple H and said, "Didn't you tell me Ronda was a has-been and even you could take her?" Stephanie looked stunned. Rousey got in her face and Triple H came back in and got between them. Rousey got in Triple H's face and suplexed him through a table, which we just saw. The crowd went nuts for that spot. Stephanie then slapped Rousey in the face. The crowd was hot for Rousey, but Stephanie then bailed out. That was smart, as Rousey shouldn't touch Stephanie on offense until WrestleMania. Rousey then signed the contract. So, you'd said it already. She did a fantastic job in the ring. But this is such a well-laid angle, Kurt. Who had a hand in the creative here? Do you remember?
Well, mainly Triple H and Stephanie, and they've been planning this for a long time. So there's every reason for it to be a great angle and not a bad angle. Especially when Triple H puts his hands on something and he cares about it, he's going to make sure it blossoms into something incredible. And this angle was as good and clean as it could possibly be. I mean, it was a really good story, a really good told story. And I think Ronda and Stephanie, Triple H, and myself, we all stepped up, and we were able to succeed dearly.
Oh, absolutely. And so the story continues. Let's continue to share some of the story from Dave Meltzer. The final segment saw Triple H. This is the next night on Raw. The final segment saw Triple H and Stephanie out. Stephanie said how the signing of Rousey was going to be one of their proudest moments, but Angle's hallucinations messed it all up. She said they thought he had the flu, but found out he had double pneumonia. She said that Rousey's actions may have been appropriate in MMA, but it's not tolerated here. Yes, in MMA, it's completely appropriate to suplex your boss to a table. She said that she understood Rousey acting out her savage instincts because that's how she was trained. She said that she had to get physical with Rousey to remind her of the hierarchy here in the WWE. She said that Rousey signed her contract last night, so WWE owns her. Rousey and Angle came out. Rousey had the mean glare going. Angle said that he needed this job. So then Angle said that he lied last night. Of course nobody believed this. Fans booed that. Angle said he was sorry. Rousey grabbed the mic and said that Stephanie still needed to apologize to her for slapping her. She said if she didn't, she wouldn't hesitate to rip her arm out of its socket. Stephanie did the most insincere mock apology to Rousey, and then she and Triple H left the ring, but not before Triple H gave Angle a sucker punch to end the show. I mean, he did. He hauled off and whacked you in the chin.
Yes, he did.
So are you enjoying the creative here, Kurt? It looks like you had, you had to back down a little bit and you needed this job, or was it necessary to keep the story going?
Yeah, it was necessary. I had to show that I needed this job and that I was GM and I was happy to be GM and I didn't want to lose my job. So it's part of the whole storyline. And that's the reason why I said some of the things I did and why they said some of the things they said. And it was more of a trying to keep everybody in the respective places.
All right, so here we are. Let's talk a little bit behind the scenes, the prep for this. Rumor has it that you and Hunter and Stephanie and Rhonda all worked out at the Performance Center going over this match many, many times. Is that accurate?
Yes, for about 2 weeks, every day. We went over and over and over again. Like, we wanted Rhonda to memorize every single move because she didn't learn the full ropes of pro wrestling and the whole psychology thing. She was just learning these moves and putting them together and making sure she got everything fluid throughout the whole match and didn't have any mess ups. So she had to memorize everything. And it was a difficult thing to do, but the whole match was built around Ronda Rousey. It was to make her look good. It was to shine her. The whole thing was meant for Ronda. We were all working for Ronda.
You got to imagine in UFC, nothing's at half speed. So was that hard too, to kind of try to back that up a little bit?
Yeah. You know what? When I started, I was the same way too. I was really aggressive, going full speed. They're like, lighten up, relax. So I understood why Ronda was doing it. And we just had to keep telling her over and over again, lighten up, don't be stiff. You don't have to rush things. Take your time. And she started doing it. She really picked up on it very quickly.
Now, is this you and Triple H just brainchild? Are you putting the match together yourselves? Do you have an agent involved? What does that look like?
We didn't use an agent much at all. Triple H and I and Stephanie and Ronda all put it together ourselves. But we had so many storylines going in this match. It was really complicated. You had Triple H and me. You had Stephanie and Ronda. Then we had spots where Triple H and Ronda went at it. And we had spots where Stephanie and I went at it. It was the most entertaining match of the night because we told an incredible story, and we had a bunch of stories in that match. You know, everybody was going against each other, and it turned out to be a masterpiece. It really did.
Oh, it did. Absolutely. So as we're building to WrestleMania, you got Roman versus Brock. You got Taker versus Cena. You got Charlotte versus Asuka. But man, it feels like they're putting a lot of momentum behind this particular matchup. Is it all because of this huge signing? It's got to be, with Ronda being the center of it.
Yeah, Ronda was a huge name. Don't forget, you got Vince's daughter involved. You have
That's right.
Triple H that is, I don't know if he's the CFO or the CEO of the company. You had me, who's a Hall of Famer. It was a big match for everybody. And I think that regardless of who was on the card, that match there, I think, was the best match of the night. And I think it was because of the story we told.
Well, Kurt, the next week on Raw, it's announced that in Ronda's contract, there was language added that she had creative control over her opponent at WrestleMania, and she picked Stephanie. Stephanie tries to say she isn't talent, but you step in and correct her that she's an exec and talent. You also bring up Hunter has double contracts and ask Ronda if she would be okay with doing a mixed tag at WrestleMania, and she says yes. This is some great creative work here. All four of you are tremendous in these roles, Kurt. It's so much fun to watch as I went back and kind of watched the build of the storyline. Are you, at this point, are you just surprised? Are you thinking to yourself, my God, she is gifted. She's a natural. She's really stepped in and was really good at all this, man.
Yeah. She really picked up on it quickly, probably quicker than I did. And, what's crazy is Ronda, she never watched pro wrestling. She was relatively new to this, just like I was. And the crazy thing is, someone like Rhonda Rousey, she's such a special human being. And I'd imagine she could pick up on anything. She's that talented.
She is. She's definitely gifted when it comes to mixed martial arts. And it seems like those that have some type of a mixed martial arts wrestling background, at least in your situation, Ronda's situation, you both were able to pick up pro wrestling pretty quick. Two examples of folks that were. So, my goodness, what a story.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.